Instant online quotes are the future of roofing, whether you like it or not. And in this video, I want to teach you a few different ways that you can start using them to get more leads and drive more sales. Some of these, by the way, are out of the box and being proven very effective by many people, especially inside the community, the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, which is the value-aligned, application-only network that I run, where I work with about 330-ish at the time of this recording, roofing companies in the trenches. So if you're one of those people that thought the following: I don't want to lead with price because then people might not call me. I don't want to change. I shouldn't reveal price until after I sell. Or I don't want my competitors to know my price. Well, guess what? I want to challenge your thought process and share with you why I believe. And I almost could say I know, but I can't say I know, but it feels like I know that this is like absolutely inevitable. And my hope is that you jump on this bandwagon of change. Because I recently posted a video on the AI revolution sweeping the world, but how it applies to the roofing industry, where I was with Zach Cass. He is one of the 3 authors that literally created ChatGPT and was on the go-to-market strategy, who is currently consulting with Fortune 1000 and Fortune 100 companies nationwide, not just companies around the world. And what he's doing is helping people adapt to the future. And what he said, giving you a little teaser from that video, is adaptability is the new strategy. And it's almost even more important than the product itself, is our ability to adapt on the fly. So I hope this video helps inspire what could be coming down the pike. By the way, fun fact, I always thought it was coming down the pipe, and then I Googled it, and it turns out it's coming down the pike, like as in the turnpike. So we're gonna jump into that in this video. Welcome or welcome back. Adam Bensman here. Let's rock and roll. Roofing sales is personal development in disguise, and the reward for growth is life-changing. I hope my content helps you create a richer life and bank account. Instant quotes are the future because of consumer trends changing, starting with the very fact that when do people want things? Oh, that's right. Now, instantly, give it to me. I want my questions answered. We live in an era where even Google is dying. They're calling ChatGPT and AI the Google killer. Now, if you're using any type of phone, I'm an Android user, and I know people joke and they tell me that I have the poor person's phone. So sorry about that, but I do. And Gemini works right in there. And if I talk at my phone, I can ask it questions. When I go on Google, I'm just typing in questions, or I'm using a voice search now. And I don't even have to go to a website because Gemini answers my question by scrubbing all of the internet. And I'm like, okay, done. I don't even need to go to a website. People want answers to their questions instantly. This is becoming more and more common, and it's accelerating at a crazy fast rate. And your homeowners have one big question, which is, what is it going to cost? Now, that may or may not be, and I don't believe it is, the end-all decision-making criteria. They're not going to say, this is the price, that's who I go with. Now, there are some people, no doubt, that work that way, but there are many others that understand value. They want to work with a reputable company. They're looking at reviews, and the thing that they're going to gauge their decision on is a combination of what they perceive as value, and that's not price. Price plays a part in that, but the experience and reputation of that company. Consumers are smarter than ever before, and they understand that you sometimes get what you pay for, okay? Now, that's number one reason, is that, again, people want answers and they want it now. And again, this is only accelerating. When you look at my video that I did on the AI revolution, you'll see that Zach Cass, who future casts out what is being developed in the AI world, that by 2027, there will be what's called autonomous agents. Now, these autonomous agents in the AI world, think of it like a personal assistant in the form of Siri, but that is supercharged. So instead of going online and you go to united.com to book a flight, you just say, hey, personal agent, book me a flight from Denver to Phoenix on December 11th, leaving between 10 and noon. Done. That's it. Now, your autonomous agent goes to the United, connects, sorts through everything, and then comes back and says, here's your flight options. You want to buy it? Okay, put me on the 10:30. Your credit card's stored. Boom, it's done. That's the type of thing that's coming starting in 2027 through about 2035, it being refined. This is only 2 years away. We are about to turn the page and start a new chapter into 2025. So again, people wanting things instantly. Now imagine when we future into that, I could sit there in my autonomous agent and say, get me 3 roofing estimates from the top rated roofing companies within 20 miles of me. Boom. all of a sudden it goes to the websites, crawls everything for you, and then gives you the 3 estimates. Why? Because those are the ones that gave it to you. That's who you set your appointments with. Now, you might be thinking that I'm like nutty and I'm too far ahead, but just go watch that video and I'm going to guess that you're going to start thinking the same thing. That time that I had with Zach Cass blew my mind. All right, now I want to share with you a few different ways that members of RSRA have shared how they're using these instant roof quotes. By the way, Roofle, for example, like Mike Goldenstein, I love Mike, he's fantastic. And Travis, like they sponsored the RSRA event. They have been incredible resources and they lead value first. Okay. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I was not paid to say this. They sponsored our event. This is separate. I'm just saying I love those guys. They do great work for their people. Now, here's a couple ways that people are using this. Let's start with the obvious and then get to the less obvious. Number one is on their website, duh. Mike and Travis joined actually one of our RSRA roundtables on how to convert your quotes online into set appointments. Because getting those leads is one thing, but actually converting them into actual sales is a different kettle of fish. We were able to pull up the analytics of one of our members' account. We highlighted what they're doing. By the way, their conversion was like 10 times higher than their actual website. And we broke down practices to help increase conversion to get more people to enter their information. So again, that lead capture process to answer the question the homeowner wants is being groomed to get instant answers to what they want. And if you provide that path and the competitor doesn't, who's going to get the call? Yeah, the guy or gal offering the instant quote. Now, here's where things get interesting. That's the obvious way. But the less obvious way is in what I'll call the old school marketing methods, which include door hangers or letters left at the door and direct mail and yard signs. Now, these folks are using QR codes on those assets so they can send a letter in the mail and say, get your instant quote here. Why? Because we are seeing a trend that people don't want to talk to people on the phone. If I can have a low friction, meaning easy way to get an answer to my question, which is what's it going to cost, and I send a letter in the mail and there's a QR code and it says get an instant quote and they can scan it, well, guess what? It's lower friction, it's faster, it's easier, it's instant, it gives them the answer to their question, and then you get the lead. The next way they're using it is for door hanger letters, putting up door hangers or letters left at the door saying, hey, we're working on your neighbors. These are things I've talked about on the channel at length, so I don't want to go into great detail. But if you want more help on this, jump into my playlist on using direct mail letters to generate leads. And again, in that playlist, I touch on videos using door hanger letters as well. So imagine I have an install going on and I knock on the neighbor's doors and no one's home and I leave a letter saying, hey, Peggy chose us to do her roof. Next door, while we're in the neighborhood, get a free quote instantly right here, boom. They just grab it. They don't have to call anyone. They're curious, which by the way, curiosity is a powerful motivator. They scan it, boom, they're in there, okay? The next path is on yard signs. Yard signs with either a text opt-in and or a QR code to get an instant quote. Now, there's one more tool and one more way to use these that people don't realize, and that, my friend, is door to door. If you are at the door and a homeowner gives a very common objection and they say, give me an estimate, imagine being able to say, great, I'd love to. I can do it instantly on the spot. Now you are able to convert that lead going right through your website when you control the phone. Hey, let's do that right this second. And you enter in all their information on your phone or text them a link, which by the way, I wouldn't because then they're in control. And you enter it right there and say, great, there's your quote. Now those people that were, again, not expecting this, they were going to reject you at the door and you just got all their information and now they saw that number and you can advance the conversation into a sale. So there you have it, my friend. This is why I believe that instant roof quotes are the future, whether you like it or not, and unique ways that you can use this on your website and for your paid media advertising, in your old school marketing, like your direct mail letters, door hanger letters, and yard signs, and even at the door. I hope this video inspires you to adapt, learn new tools, and innovate with the very fast, very incredible times ahead for those who are willing to change so you can outsell, outgrow, and outcompete the rest. Thanks for joining me. I'm Adam Bensman, and I'll see you in the next one.